that graceful? We're about to go snorkeling in the Silfra Fissure, some of the clearest water visibility in all of the world. Iceland. Hi everybody, I'm Mark Vins, and welcome to a very special edition of On Location, one that features just me, the director of the Brave Wilderness channel, and also the host of... Oh, I'm not allowed to say that yet?
Nope.
Okay, more on that later. For now, I'm just the director of the Brave Wilderness channel, but some of you might also know me as the guy who often asks Coyote, "You all right? What are you feeling? You all right? You all right, man?" I read the comments, guys. Yeah, that guy. But for those of you out there that have no idea who I am, hi, I'm Mark, and I'm the one who's been filming the adventures with Coyote Peterson you've been watching for the past 4 years. Now, in that time, we've gotten all kinds of questions about how we do our productions and how we make videos for the Brave Wilderness channel. In an effort to answer some of those questions, I thought, hey, why not get in front of the camera, do some base camps, do some on locations, and hopefully shed light on all things production surrounding the Brave Wilderness channel. So, to kick things off, let's start with one of the most common questions that we often get, which is, guys, how do you pick which location you're actually going to explore? That's one of those questions that truthfully has many answers, but one of the ways that we pick where we're gonna visit is that I actually go ahead of the team to scout the location in advance. Now, I could just tell you about this, but I thought it sure would be a whole lot more fun to take you guys with me out in the field to show you what one of these adventures is actually like. And recently, I got to visit the country of Iceland. Iceland is one of the most amazing places that I've ever visited, bar none. Honestly, guys, it's a place that I wanted to visit since I was a little kid, so I'm super excited that this is one of the first pre-production videos that I'm going to share with you guys. So without further ado, let's get out of this studio and head into the field and check out what kind of cool Icelandic adventures I discovered. Iceland, a country sprawling with dramatic landscapes and explosive volcanic terrain. A place that truly embodies the meaning of the word adventure, with every vista and every step forth on its craggy soil. That's a volcano. Just erupted 8 years ago. For me, this would be my first visit to the Nordic island nation that is far more green than its northern neighbor of Greenland. However, this would be no traditional adventure. It was a solo mission. My goal? To scout future expeditions and adventures for Coyote and the crew, a mission I have led myself many times in the past. Remember those dinosaur footprints? Yep, I found those months earlier on a scouting expedition in southern Utah. But now, because of advancements in camera technology, I can take you with me on these exciting and often unexpected adventures. Here we go. Time to go snorkeling. In freezing water. Let's do this. While on my Icelandic journey, I explored places like the Valley of Thor, rode Icelandic horses, and even got to visit a world-famous spa, the Blue Lagoon. I still don't know what that is on my face, but hey, everyone was doing it, so why not? Anyways, there's one particular adventure on this expedition that I simply couldn't wait to show you. That being my journey into the icy waters of the Silfra Fissure. The fissure itself is a byproduct of the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates drifting apart, leaving in their wake multiple rifts that fill with some of the purest water on the planet. All right, guys, we're about to go snorkeling in the Silfra Fissure, some of the clearest water visibility in all of the world, and actually one of the only places that you can dive between two continents. Literally, we are standing in the fissure that separates Eurasia and North America right now, and we're gonna go diving in a natural spring. So it's very cold. We definitely don't want water getting inside our suits because it's around 2 degrees Celsius, just above freezing, but it's gonna be pretty awesome. We're about to go get our snorkel gear together and get in, so let's go. Is that graceful? Look good? No? Okay. Well, it's gonna keep you warm, so that's what's important. As I walked down the steps of the platform, a nervous anticipation started to set in. Entering 36-degree Fahrenheit water isn't something I tend to do every day. I mean, This water is only 4 degrees above freezing. Safe to say, it doesn't get much colder than this. So guys, my sister's helping us out today. Say hi to everybody, Vic. She came to Iceland with me, so she's the cameraman today. But here we go. We're gonna go snorkeling in the Silfra Fissure. Time to get in. As I plunged into the water, my face was instantly met with a stinging sensation. The shock distracted me, but then suddenly, an explosion of color. This landscape was absolutely surreal. Something straight out of the pages of a science fiction novel. And to top it all off, the water was 100% crystal clear. It was nearly unbelievable. The visibility in the fissure on a good day is said to extend well beyond 300 feet. And I think we can all look at this footage and confirm that that is definitely true. I can see now why so many people with the fear of heights have issues with this experience. It literally felt as if nothing was between me and the bottom of the fissure. In fact, the sensation was actually closer to that of flying than it was to swimming. That is, until I tried to actually kick with my fins. The dry suit, while providing life-saving warmth and insulation, made it nearly impossible to move. The buoyancy it created restricted my movement so much that to a large degree, I was only able to move forward by the assistance of the current. However, I will say this lack of mobility actually allowed me to relax and enjoy the experience as a whole and really take in all the color and spectacular scenery. Sometimes, it's nice to just be along for the ride. So how does a place like the Silfra Fissure come to exist? Well, as it turns out, Iceland sits smack dab on the mid-Atlantic ridge, which is formed by the separation of the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates. In Thingvellir National Park, the separation of these plates expands nearly 1 inch every year. But over the course of millions of years, it has created fissures, which are filled by a natural aquifer and glacial meltwater from the surrounding peaks. This water moves slowly, very slowly. In fact, it can take up to nearly 100 years to travel and filter itself through the porous volcanic soil, making it some of the purest H2O on the planet. It is so pure, you can literally drink the water around you as you swim through the fissure. And yes, I definitely tried it out. Well, the water is cold. But I can tell you guys, this is by far the clearest visibility I have ever encountered. And oh, by the way, the water is delicious. It is about the purest water that you could ever drink. So it is one of those scenarios where you can't drink the water. It's pretty awesome. Iceland. While it is delicious, it is actually the purity and frigid temperature of the water that helps to create the vivid colors in the landscape of this environment. As I continued to drift along, I couldn't help but dream of coming back to dive this location with the team. My imagination was literally running wild, trying to picture what the scene must be like from the bottom of the fissure. And I was also beginning to wonder, what else might live down there? Is there something down there besides algae and troll grass? But just as I started to consider the idea of taking a free dive to find out, I noticed the battery on my GoPro, which was full 20 minutes prior, was now at only 1%. Woo! Wow guys, the water is so cold that it's literally draining the life out of this GoPro. But before it dies, I just want to say that getting to snorkel the Silfra Fissure here in Iceland has to be one of the coolest experiences I've ever done. I'm Mark Vince, be brave, stay wild. We'll see you on the next location. Whew, this water's cold. Just seeing that footage makes me want to go grab my dive gear, jump on an airplane, head back to Iceland, and get down there to explore the depths of those fissures. I can only imagine how cool it looks from the bottom. Unfortunately, we are going to have to wait a little bit longer for that adventure, guys. That was just a scouting mission, but I can 100% guarantee you that Coyote, Mario, and myself will be heading back to Iceland on an epic adventure very soon. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed this behind-the-scenes peek of the Silfra Fissure and just what it takes to location scout productions for Brave Wilderness. Did you guys like this video? Do you want to see more of these? Tell me about it in the comments section below, and don't forget, please ask me questions, guys. Who knows? Maybe I'll pick yours to answer on the next On Location. If you enjoyed this scouting expedition, make sure to go back and watch the video that resulted from my discovery of those dinosaur tracks. And don't forget to subscribe so you can join me and the rest of the crew on our next location.